Once upon a time, in a rich and busy kingdom, there lived a king. He was kind and generous. Everyone in the kingdom knew him for his good heart. Every morning, when the first rays of the sun touched the land, he rode through the city in his grand chariot. He carried food for the hungry. He fed stray dogs, helped poor people, and made sure no saint or beggar went to bed hungry. People called him the protector of the helpless. One day, as the king was feeding the dogs, his minister said, "Your Majesty, without you, these poor creatures would starve. You are their savior. Without your kindness, they would have no one." The king smiled a little at the minister's praise. But then, a saint sitting nearby laughed. Surprised, the king asked, "Oh, wise one, why do you laugh?" The saint said calmly, "The minister's words are funny. King, it is not you who feeds them. It is the Almighty. We are only the helpers. The real giver is above us. When we give, it should come from love, not pride. Love is the language all beings understand." The king stayed quiet, but the saint's words bothered him. Did this saint think his kindness meant nothing? His pride was hurt. Determined to prove the saint wrong, the king decided not to feed anyone the next day. The next morning, he rode out with his chariot full of food. But he did not give a single bite to the dogs or the poor people. The dogs followed him, eyes full of hope, but he ignored them. Days passed. The lively dogs became weak and frail. The streets were quiet as hungry people wandered looking for food. Then, one day, the king saw the same saint sitting by the roadside, smiling. He stopped his chariot and said, "See, I haven't fed these dogs for days. Look how weak they've become. Doesn't this prove that I was the one taking care of them, not your so-called Almighty?" The saint smiled and asked, "Have you noticed how they are still alive?" The king said proudly, "Barely alive. A few more days and they would die." The saint nodded. "Life and death are in his hands. But remember, true kindness is not about proving yourself. True kindness is giving without expecting anything in return." The king's hands curled into fists as he felt frustrated. He wanted to prove the saint wrong. The next morning, he rode out with his chariot full of food. But fate had other plans. Midway, a wheel of the chariot broke. The chariot tumbled. The king fell hard, and his food basket scattered everywhere. Pain ran through his body. The dogs rushed toward him. Fear gripped him. Would they attack him? To his shock, the dogs did not touch the food. They gathered around him, whining softly and licking his wounds. They stayed close, guarding him. Just then, the saint arrived, smiling. He said, "King, look, even in hunger, these creatures chose love over food. They care for you, not because you feed them, but because they feel your presence in their hearts. Today, your wealth, your power, and your pride could not protect you, but the love you gave came back to shield you." Tears filled the king's eyes. He understood. He had fed out of pride, not love. He fed to feel superior, not to help. But love is never about ego. It is about compassion. That day, the king bowed before the saint. "I see my mistake," he said. "From now on, I will give not out of pride, but out of true kindness." From that day forward, King changed. He gave without seeking praise. His kingdom flourished. People lived with love and harmony. True kindness is not about power or pride. It is about love. When we give with love, it always comes back to us in ways we don't expect. Wealth and power may not protect us, but selfless love and compassion create bonds that last forever.